Peace, and hair grease. Get them tuned in. Young, we in the building. We the hottest in the game right now. We running the streets right now, man. Y'all, yeah. Let's roll that intro.
And the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you're just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you're tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Shalom alaikum. Peace.
Young
Be unto you.
TV.
Hit that like.
Right. As you can see, we're coming to you with another. We supposed to did this one yesterday, but now we see why we didn't do it yesterday. Today is 19 Galaxy, 19. So it's all connected. So peace. We got Raw tonight at 9:00. So you want to tune in for that. We got Phase tomorrow. That's gonna be like I'm telling you. That's gonna be the hottest class in the game tomorrow. The extraterrestrial class that we're doing with Phase. So you don't want to miss that. Yeah, so what we get into now is going into explaining the 19 galaxies. Because people were getting a lot of questions on that. And we're gonna get into the Darus. We're gonna get into that, the four sons of Enki. We wanted to breaking that down because we get a whole bunch of questions about that. But now I wish I was on the other laptop so I could show you this galactical program, but maybe we'll do another class and we'll do part 2 or something, and we'll go into flying you around and showing you different star systems. But for you newcomers, understand that some of the elders, when they refer to galaxies, they can be referring to star systems. So Pleiades can be referred to as a galaxy. The Arcturus can be referred to as a galaxy. The Orion constellation of stars can be referred to as a galaxy. So keep that in mind. But some of you who are who think because that one form, like you're talking about 2,000 light years in diameter when you're talking about a star system. That's why some of the elders refer to them as galaxies. And then you're talking about 9 dimensions within those star systems. So it's more complex than what you think. It's more complex than just the star systems, because you can get into the micro, the quantum physics of the quantum reality of that solar system or star system or star complex. You can go into different levels on it. So that's why they refer to them as galaxies. So keep that in mind. But scientifically, when you go and do your studying, they'll tell you that a galaxy is like the Milky Way galaxy. It's 150,000 more light years in diameter. Keep in mind, 1 light year is rounded up, estimated to 6 trillion miles. So you do 6 trillion miles times 150,000, and it'll give you the mileage, which is a lot. It's a lot just for your one galaxy. And then if you travel 2.4 million light years away from your galaxy, you get to the Andromeda's galaxy, which is 400,000 light years in diameter. So it's about 3-4 times bigger than your galaxy. And then there's billions and billions and billions of other galaxies, right? So when you get into that, get into the universe, you're talking about, and its galaxies that's 6 trillion light years, or the biggest galaxy on this side of the 96 billion. Keep in mind, we travel 96 billion light years before we reach the dark point. And then once we reach that dark point, we travel about another 30 billion light years, and we come to a whole nother universe in reality. And it seemed like we came back to the same reality, but it was certain things that were slightly different, maybe like a reverse reality, because we traveled the whole universe to see how big it was. And it goes north, south, east, and west, right? In the universe. Now, if you could travel 96 billion miles from the center point either way until you reach the outer skirts of where the galaxy's in. And then you try, like I say, 30 billion light years, then you jump into another reality where you begin to see more. We'll show you this actually on live feed on us traveling through the stars. We already got a tape out called Field Trip to Orion, where we take you to Orion. So we're gonna get to Elion. We're gonna get to Elion, Desmo. We're gonna get into Elion. That's what we that's what this is tied around. The galaxy on high, Elion, which is Lyra. They call it on if you look it up, they call it Lyra, the Lyra galaxy. Right? Hold on, we're gonna share the screen. We're gonna have some fire classes coming out here, y'all. Let's see if this internet working for us. We already had it pulled up. Hey, Rob, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. So like we said, as the internet is loading up, keep in mind we're on that chlorophyll. We're on that green drink. We're on that green drink, y'all. Yeah, we got us a big old some of that eternal water with the chlorophyll in that joint, the green. We're on the green light. Man, I guess this internet ain't gonna do right for us. Want to test run that joint before Rod came in anyway. Yeah, but go ahead, go right here. Okay, maybe I got to go that way. That's what it is. All right, so we understand the galaxies and things. We got to get to this part before we go into the 19 galaxies. We got to make sure you understand the basics. Even though you guys that have been with us, y'all are already up to speed, right? All right. So what they call in Elion was a galaxy that that we created. We created the Lyra galaxy. Now I heard some people say. Let's pull up. Now I heard some guys say the Anunnakis didn't do this or they didn't do that, right? Now keep in mind they wasn't called Anunnakis until they came to Earth or Key, right? Those who knew sunk down to Key, right? And so the beings that were the beings that got sent to Mars wasn't really the 200 fallen. They cannot be they weren't classified as Anunnakis. They call them the Gigis, right? These beings that got sent to Mars. It became known. There was 300 of them. 200 came to the Murdoch's wedding and did what they did. We already went over there. We'll get into it later. And they became the 200 fallen or whatever later down the line, right? Nephilims, right, or whatever, right? But keep in mind when we got here to this galaxy, you got to go back and watch to the tape we got called Family Journey. When we got to this galaxy, a lot of stars was already here. A lot of the planets was already here. Actually, it was 4 planets in this solar system, or what you call in the solar system when we got here. You had Jupiter, Saturn. It was Jupiter, Saturn, Tiamat, and Meldick. Those 4 planets was already here. We keep in mind, we as the ancients, that's one name that you could call us that go back farther than Anunnakis. We as the ancients, we built planets. We built planetary size. We built planetary size ships, not only, and we built planets. We actually build stars. Keep that in mind. And we got the mathematical sequence and technology to put these planets rotating around a star in a certain distance, in a certain speed. We got all this technology when we came here to the Milky Way galaxy, what they call the Milky Way, right? It's different names depending on what species you're talking about, right? Some beings look at the Milky Way just as a symbol, right? This symbol right here. Let me show you. This is a symbol for really for Earth and for this part of this galaxy. It looks like this right here, like the pyramid with the circle on the top, right? You see this in the Stargate movie, and you see this as one of the dial-outs on the Stargate, right, to get to this destination. Now, so keep in mind, when we came here, we started engineering planets and engineering whole star systems. A lot of these star systems are artificial stars, and what you would call artificial stars, but they really technically natural, because we use natural elements like hydrogen and helium, and then lock them in a stellar core to create these stars. So a lot of the stars, let me show you. A lot of these stars are stars that we created recently. They new stars. That's why they burn blue. Keep in mind, new stars burn blue. All this is a build up to teaching you about the 19 galaxies, right? All this is a build up of teaching you about the 19 galaxies. All right, so keep in mind, if you see Sirius A is a new star. It's burning blue. Now, as over the billions of years, as it began to cool off, it'll turn to the 3 stages, right? The 3 stages: blue, right, yellow, and then red. That's the 3 primary colors: blue, yellow, and red, right? So as it begin to cool off and slow down in vibration, because it's burning at the high vibration now, as the blue it's burning at about 600, 700 terahertz. As it begins to cool off in frequency, in the sound frequency, and cool off, it goes down to a yellow, which would be about around 400 or so, a little bit over 400 before you get into the green, right? And then it begins to cool off to the red, which goes to the 300 before it burns out, like Beetlejuice. Let me show you. Now, this is an old star that was here when we got here. Because it's in this red phase. Hold up. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Let's spell this shit. It's like Beatles. B-to-juice. All right, here we go, right here. All right, this star right here is in the Orion star system. It's called Betelgeuse. This star is one of the oldest stars in Orion constellation, or the Orion galaxy, because it's going to its red phase. This right here star started out as a natural star burning blue, and now it's about to burn out, just like Sirius B did. And the beings that was there called the Nomos had to evacuate, and they came back to Earth, right? At one point. Right, we can read about that in the Holy Tablets. We got the Holy Tablets in the links. And like I said, you want to write the master teacher. If you go and click on the tapes that we got with the master teacher on now, Dr. Malachi Z York, whatever tape it is, you click on that tape, go to the descriptions, and it's got a place where if you want to send donations to the master teacher, you can send that. And then also it got another place where you can mail them, to where he is. So go check that out, right? And we got the holy tablets and all the links, right? Where you can read the holy tablets for free. Right, but Beetlejuice is an old star, so you keep in mind about the different stars. Right, you got yellow stars. Your sun is in the yellow phase, getting ready to go to the red. See, our sun right now is in the yellow phase. That's what. So that goes back to the red, the reds, right? Hold on, let me show you. I gotta show you this part. All right, so let's go back. That goes back to Riz. All right, so you see in Riz, we had an Elion, the 19th galaxy, right? We had a red sun, a blue sun, and a yellow sun. Now keep in mind, this was at this time we were in the fifth. We operated in the fifth dimension, and we was trying to ascend to the seventh dimension. And at the time, doing this on our planet, we had 195 days, 3 years for one day, right? 195 days for one day, which is 3 years, which is 72 hours. And we would eat one time a day, right? Mostly vegan and consuming as breatharians and vegetarians. We would consume one time a day, and then after we would do that, we would go into an exercise phase. Then we would turn the machine on and work on the ascension, where we would actually go into light bodies for about 8 hours, which is one third of the 1,095 days. We were going for 1/3 of it. We'll go into this ascension phase, and we was working on it before Halide came and used depletion bombs to blow a hole in our ozone layer. Right? We don't want to get too spaced out for the newcomers, but you got to go read the holy tablets to catch you up on this stuff, right? We the gate builders is one of the names that they call it. Shout out Anunnaki God, right? But like I say, we weren't called Anunnakis until we came to Key. We got many other names that we went by. One of the names, like I say, we went by is the ancients, the ancient ones, the ones who were there in the beginning. They had no beginning or no end, 76 trillion years. Now, some people trying to say that we didn't see Earth. That's partially correct. The Anunnakis didn't see Earth, but the Mother Hubbard did place certain germs under the water after the fact. From that she got from here, that she mutated from other species that we had already had, like the bird beings. Keep in mind, the bird beings lay eggs. Birds lay eggs, right? This is a connection. Birds lay eggs. Reptilians lay eggs, and they lay them in an egg basket. Not all species do this. Mammals don't really do this. So birds lay eggs in the nest. This is a connection because Mother Hubbard actually drafted the reptilians out of the bird beings. Some people say it was the other way around, like the reptilians, the birds got drafted out of the reptilians. No, Mother Hubbard sliced the bird DNA because the birds were older. The avian and the canarians are older, right? So keep in mind, these reptilians lay eggs. All this is going to connect to the 19 galaxies, man. All right, we may be going, here and there. All right, so keep in mind that connection. We want to make that. What else we want to tell you before we go to the next thing? Yeah, so these reptilians who were humanoid type Dragonians, who were Halide and them, who were actually Mother Hubbard's engineered race from a planet called Titan, which is the moon to Saturn, which was their home base, Humbaba, who is one of Halide's names, right? So you got to be careful when you're saying Baba, because you got Baba Humbaba, and then you got Baba Yanun, which is the angel Michael Melchizedek, right? So you got to be careful when you're saying Baba, right? Which Baba you talking about? Because Baba really is just the title. All right, we'll get into that later, but we're dealing with the 19 galaxies. So when we got here, right? I hear a lot of people out here talking. We the plug on this. We the plug. Keep in mind about Saturn, right? And the rings around Saturn. When we came here, the rings wasn't around Saturn. Those rings come from a war that took place on Saturn between us and the reptilians, where they blew up some of our ships and some of our property. When we came here, we was building these. We built planets. We built planets in solar. So let me get into that. We got not only do we got mothership Nubaru, which is a planetary size ship, 63,800 and some, I think it's 908, I think, miles in diameter, right? That's like 8-9 times bigger than Earth, right? So we build planets. Keep that in mind. We built Nubaru, and Nubaru is not the only one. It's a whole fleet of Nubarus, right? It's a whole fleet. It's like 2,000-3,000 of those same type ships. The one that comes in this solar system is the one that our family operate. Now, keep in mind for you. I don't know who put the information out. Or they saying that Bible said it, but it don't make sense. But I see but we gain perspectives, and we'll say, okay, all right, we see what you're saying. When they say that the Anunnakis and the Natharus are two different people, we're gonna do a whole tape on that. And they are and they not. They are the same people and they not the same people. The reason why we say they are the same people is because it's coming down from Enki, right? And Enki can be classified as an Anunnaki coming down from Anu. And all the sons of Enki, which are the 4 sons, they set up the Natharus. They are the original Natharus coming down from Enki, right? You got Tahuti, Ningazita, you got Nergal, Anubis, the first was one of the second Anubis, and then you got Osiris, Osir, Damuzi. All those are 4 sons of Enki. Murdoch, who is Amen, who becomes Amen, the Amen, right? So you got those 4 sons of Enki who set up the Natharus, who come back and start setting up the schools. The first school we set up was the halls of Amenti in the center of the earth. Because we didn't see, they got you on the impression that we came to the surface first. No, we came to the center of the earth when we came back as Natharus. We didn't land on the surface. We landed in the center first. And keep in mind, as we pointed out, Ningazita is Ariskagil's son. Keep that in mind. Go check it out, because a lot of people are like, man, where did young get up? And keep in mind, we ain't never read the Patriarchs. Right, we're gonna get some Patriarchs. We're gonna read the Patriarchs soon. As we get some money to cop them Patriarchs, we're gonna go cop the ones that we like. But we ain't never read the Patriarchs, right? That's my word. So if what I'm saying line out with the Patriarchs, then the Patriarchs is right, because I did my own research on this based on what the master teacher had already gave us before he got captured by the devil. You know what I'm saying? So. But the part about, I see what they're saying, where they say we're not Anunnakis, right? And I'm gonna explain that part. Okay, so we didn't get sent. We're not Anunnakis because we didn't get sent to Key. We are from the Natharus are Earthborns. They are the original the original owners of the planet. The Natharus or the Sabine family. When you trace it all the way down, we're coming up to our Sabine family. Some people don't like us. They don't like us Sabines, right? Oh, Sabine meanings. They got a whole bunch of meanings, right? But we got a whole bunch of meanings for what Sabine means. But it's really dealing with bloodline. It's really dealing with bloodline of the planet. It's really dealing with that. Really, when you come down to it, it got nothing to do with religion or doctrine or nothing. It's really dealing with strictly bloodline of the people who's really supposed to be the people who own the planet or who's in charge of the surface of the planet. Right, we'll get into that. We don't want to get too sidetracked because we got tapes on that. But that's what I want to just make that part clear. So, but we're going back. to where when we was creating planets and selling these planets, and we was creating new life forms. When the new won a competition of creating it was a competition to create Neptune and Uranus. Uranus, they're not that old. Neptune and Uranus is not that old. They were created during a competition. We already broke that down a long time ago, like 3, maybe 5 years ago, right? Where it was a competition between a Lelu and a new beat them, right? Once Anu assumed the position for the second time, because they had many battles. Well, once he assumed it for this time and assumed the throne, he began going out creating different things, setting up star systems. What would you do if you had the power to create a star and create planets to rotate around that star? Pretty much create your own solar system. And we're gonna do that. I got a program that we could do that on my other laptop. We're gonna end up doing let me stop sharing my screen for a second. Okay. We'll come back to that. I got a program where we can do go through the galaxy and create our own solar systems. So the Anunnakis had technology to not only create humans and create other races, but to create not only to create planetary ships, because you got to keep in mind how big Nibiru is. And people was wondering what this the people that know what this symbol is in the background, they know we right on track with this green light, with the 10th, bringing in the 10th Anu, who becomes the 25th elder, right? Faye's one of them elders, man. I know which one he is. I ain't gonna reveal it yet. I know which one elder Faze is too, because they already showed me. He the elder that I was looking for. He was one of the elders that I was looking for, and I was trying to figure out who is this dude. But now when I on a video where he was talking on with a mask on, certain type of glitches is happening, and I seen who he was. So there's some high power stuff going on in the background. Yeah, so like a lot of people say that, Gregory. So I don't know. I never read the Patriarch. So people coming on saying Young is going with the Patriarchs. Hey, if the Patriarchs is saying what I'm telling you, the Patriarchs line up. Now, it may be some stuff, because you got to keep in mind, the master teacher got captured by the killer clowns. The killer clowns going to let him put his shit out without stepping on it. We're going to let him put the straight raw out without stepping on it. Got to put the cut on it. I'm just saying. So, we don't know, man. But you should be able to discern using the green light. All right. So as we proceed to keep going, as the story go, so Anu started creating different star systems. Like I said, we created Cyrus. A lot of the new star systems got created because of the war. Because of the war, a lot of people lost their homes during the war. When the war broke out, a lot of the star systems already created, like Pleiades, which is if you look at Pleiades, it's blue stars. It's still a new star system. That star system is not older than your sun, no older than your system. Your system is an old system. Now, Centaur it's a red star in the Centaurian star system that's older than your star system, which is actually the first place we came when we came here as the ancients. When our family came to this galaxy, the first place we landed was a planet in the Centaurian star system under a red star, and we named that planet after our home galaxy that we came from a long time ago, called Detra. And then we came to this solar system and we landed on Saturn first. And we made Saturn our home base. We began working from there. So Anu began setting about creating all these star systems. So it was, and then we started seeding them. One of the systems that we created for a new life form, where it really wasn't a new life form, they actually one of the oldest life forms in the galaxy, the plant race. The plant race is actually a living. The plants are alive. They are breathing. They are living. Right. So they are part of the universe. They are part of the galactic family of life. That's why we came out with the Galactic Family of Life tapes. Right. The Galactic Family of Life tapes includes everything that has life. right? Everything that has life is a part of the galactic family of life. Then in that you have other smaller sects like the Galactic Council of Confederations, or the Nubian Council, or the Andromedan Council, or the Orion Council. You got all these different councils under that, the Galactic Family of Life, but the Galactic Family of Life cover all the councils, right? So we began setting up all these. Shout out Gregory Jackson, man. We set up all these, started building all these star systems. A lot of these star systems are new. You see, it's a blue. If you look it up, a star system, you see that it's like Orion. Orion is new. The Orion belt is blue stars. There's actually 9 blue stars there. The star that's in the center of Orion's belt is about 20 times bigger than your star system. It's about 1300 and some light years away, right? And it's 9 big, huge planets that rotate there. That's what we went when Riz blew up. We'll get down to that too. What time is it? We gotta have that raw tape. We got time. We got about an hour. So this right here probably gonna be a long take because we got a lot to talk about on getting to the 19 galaxies and how it's set up. So Anu is like a president, but he's like the most high amongst our family. Keep in mind, other beings have their own most high, but everybody's stemming down from us, and our creation is on the news. Was on the news, and keep in mind, Anu is only a title; it's not the name. Anu means just the most high, or the being who carries the staff of our family, right? It's other Anus of other people's family in the universe. It's not Anu is not the only Anu in the universe. He's only the Anu over the 19 galaxies. We're about to get into that. So when we got to Milky Way, we began engineering. We are engineers. We are builders, the gate builders. Actually, the gate builders is Murdoch and Inky now. They're the one that built the gate. Murdoch, Inky, and Tahuti. It's the one that built the Stargate. Enlil and them didn't want a part of it. Enlil and them actually tried to destroy it because they didn't want them to be able to get up into heaven and be able to move around real fast like they were going to be able to do, which we eventually did it anyway. Because we did it we put it on autopilot. We put these machines on autopilot. And then we ascended, so we really didn't have no use for it no more. But your government and the dark space program have found out about these technology. And when they found out about it, certain extraterrestrials stepped in, and now certain treaties had to be reorganized because the humans got more intelligent now. Right? We talking to you from the from an office in the mothership. Right? This ain't us talking to you. This is Ananda talking to you. Through me. I'm a vessel. Right? I'm a vessel here as Haru. We Haru. We had coordinated as Haru so we can file charges against Enlil because I couldn't file charges against him as Sananda. So I had to file charges against him as an Earthborn. And the Earthborns are the Sabines of the Natharus. We are the Earthborn children of the Anunnakis. And so there'd be a conflict of interest for Anunnaki to file charges against the Anunnaki. It'd be a family issue. But this is outside. This is a family issue, but it's more than that. This is a part where we grow up and we take charge, and we take we get our own. We take over our own house, and we wake up. Psalms 82, Psalms 83. The orphans out of course because the gods of us are asleep. But like I was saying, Anu began creating all these star systems. And we moved a lot when Riz blew up. A lot of us moved to these new star systems. A lot of people like the feline beings, who was Anu's one of his pride and joy creations. These are feline beings because he created them in the seventh and high sixth dimension, and then they some of them chose to slow their vibration down and come into physical form. And when they came down to the fifth dimension, that's when part of the war was going on. And they end up on a planet Avion, end up getting destroyed during the war. So Anu loved these beings so much, so he created a whole nother star system for them called the Leo star system. You'll wonder why the Leo star system is called Leo. You think it's just called Leo just because of it, and it's shaped like a lion, that they just made that up. How do they think of it? They can't think of nothing that we didn't give them. So that Leo star system was created for a new home for these Leo beings. And a lot of you are feline Leo beings who came here as, you probably started your first life off as a lion or a cat or a tiger. And then you evolved over your different incarnations into a human spirit. That's what this purpose was. This school this is a school for several beings. So you might be born in the Leo time of when the planet is in Leo, that you come here as a light being, as a photon gas, because you got to keep in line, light is gas hurling off into space, and it travels at a certain speed. And so light is traveling at 6,000, let's say 6 trillion miles. And when this light hurls off from that star, when the planet is in that system, the planet locks that energy into the force field. And then your mother on conception is breathing this energy in, this gas dust, this stardust, and boom, you born at a certain date in Leo. And then boom, you come out and they say you're Leo. And then, so why, actually, this is where your question, why when they read the stuff about the Leo in the zodiac, why does it line up with your personality if you're a Leo? You ever thought about that? How is it accurate like that? If this star information is all pagan and like they try to tell you. So it's more to it. It's more astronomical than they know about the 19 galaxies or whatever, right? So all of y'all, and keep in mind, we had 19 planets in Elion, 3 suns. The 8th planet was Riz, which had a weird rotation. We're actually gonna pull it up on another tape because we already did it already. It's called We Found Riz. Go back and check it out in the Galactic Family playlist. We found Riz. We already showed you through the Hubble telescope, right? They found Riz, and we showed you how Riz rotate. But it was 19 planets. Just like if you go back to the beginning when the Big Bang took place, it was 3 huge planets and 19 planets and 3 huge suns. And one of the suns exploded, right? Causing inside the dot, boom, causing the universe to expand from the 0 point, boom. We already broke that down, right? We're just running down all the stuff that we're trying to get you to the point. So it was 19 families that lived on these different planets. Some of the people came here and chose to live in the center of the earth, like the Denalkers, who are the big head people. Let me show you this. Let me show you, because newcomers got to see, they like to see the pictures so they can relate when I'm talking. So because they probably don't know what I'm talking about. So let me show you some pictures real quick. So what we'll do is we'll go here and pull up the hard drive and get into some heavy duty stuff here. Hey, y'all, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. We nonstop action every day. Like I said, we got Rod on tonight at 9 o'clock. He gonna be cracking heads, the red and the blue house. We got FaZe on tomorrow night, Monday night, 9 o'clock. And we gonna have more guests coming on. Right? Because me and FaZe really rocking the show, because Baba told me to really tune in on FaZe and focus on FaZe to get him out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of our main projects. And me and FaZe probably going to be shooting some movies and things and more videos and music. Just stay tuned. Me and FaZe got a lot to do. We got a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So just stay tuned on that. I got him. I got FaZe. We're gonna do some major work. Okay, let me show you. Okay. I'm fresh, man. We just woke up. We woke straight up out the nap to get on here with you. All right, I want to get some extraterrestrial. Let me show you some pictures, okay? All right, here we go. This is a good file right here to show you. All right. Keep in mind, we already showed you Enlil. Enlil's the new son, his second son. We're gonna just scan through some of these so we can just show you some of these. But I want to show you these beings. Keep in mind, it's Enlil. The one in the holy tablets is only like a card. Like even the government after we snapped it, the government even came and like took this picture, and now they got it in their files because they missed it. They missed it. They missed it. Keep in mind the beard. The Anunnaki got the thick beard. Enlil got the unibrow. That's how we know him. He got the unibrow. That's how we got him. Right? And if everybody you see that's floating it around, we the first ones that put it out. Okay. Hold up. I want to show you these beans. It's the beans I want to show you. All right. So this is Halot now. They were Dragonian and are not, like, for you people that's up to speed, bear with us. We're gonna get into it. For you people that's up to speed, bear with us. All right, so this is Halot now. They are the Balkans, right? Keep in mind how thick his eyebrows is with the unibrow. He almost got a unibrow, right? Because these beings come from underwater. And keep in mind, Enlil and them made avatars using different species because they Enlil and them are 5th, 7th dimensional beings. So when they come down to the 5th and 4th, through the 5th, really is through the low 6 all the way down to the 3rd dimension. They got to take avatars. They got to take bodies, right? Or cars to drive around on this plane of force. All right. So Tanush is the old serpent that they mentioned where Michael fought against. Right. Look at his eyes. You see people that look like these people with their thick eyebrows. Right. They Balkans. They show you these people on Star Trek in Star Wars. Right. He's the one in his gang in the Jinns. They came, right? The Jinns. They came and attacked Riz, blew a hole in the ozone layer in the 19 Galaxy Elium, which is in Lyra. Keep in mind. Now you can get there It used to take us about 150 gazillion light years away, really, if you go to get to the higher dimension. But it usually take us about 20. It used to take us what we call an AM. Where we was on this R, where we rotated 25,900 and some years, I think it's called an AM. But it took us on an orbit from Riz all the way back to this solar system, right? All right, hold up. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to show you these Denacles, though. These beings they was one of the hybrid Riskian race. Okay. Yaku. Okay. This is Yaku's dad right here. Okay, let me explain to you about these beings. So we had a treaty with the Greys, the Romanians. The beings you call the Greys, they were engineered on Mars. They were the first project. They were the first project doing. Okay, we're gonna get to this big head being because the Greys tie into these big head beings, right? This is Yaku's uncle, right? And these pictures for the people that's looking for them, they are all in the holy tablets, which you can read free in the links in the descriptions. If you click on the links in the descriptions, and then you go down, click on the Holy Tablets by the Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi Z York, and you read the Holy Tablets, a lot of this stuff is already broke down in there, right? So what happens is, like I say, it was 19 families that lived on the 19 planets in Elium, right? 19 tribes, right? Which eventually all got dispersed. This always happened to us. It's like a chain reaction. It happened to us a long time ago when Ansar and his brothers and them split. And then it happened to us again. It happened to us again in this galaxy where a split happened between Enki and Enlil's family during this same right around the same time when the war took place. Right. because people pick sides. But the Greys, the Ramadians, the people beings you call them the Greys, let's see, and there's different types, right? There's different types. It's about maybe 90 something different, maybe more than that. Now it was 70 something when Baba wrote the Holy Tablets. It was about 70 different species, but they've been crossbreeding a lot since then, since the last 50 years, 40 years. All right, so these Greys, the beings, actually some of them are the originals, and then coming from the older Greys, the oldest Greys is the Asgards, and they actually the gray body is really just like an avatar for them, and they use it like a rope, like an avatar. The real being is like a ascended being, and they use these as when they come down in this dimension. They use these as avatars, these Asgards, because they were green light beings. These Asgards are green light beings, right? And they originally had green skin in their original avatars when we first met them in the outer galaxy. But then later on, when we came to Milky Way, we wanted to, all the stars that was already here, we wanted to explore those stars, right? We wanted to explore those stars. And so what we did is we went to Mars and we started setting up a base there, and we started creating a new species, like a robotar or a hybrid or biological type species. They call them EBTs. Right, biological entities, right, BOTs, right. So what they were to be was like robots, android type, but living, like alive, with a living life form, but more of a program or essence type species. And we can manufacture them from the 200 originals. It was 200 originals, right? They talk about 200 fallen. Right, so it was 200 original Greys from what we started making the clones from. The originals was 7 foot tall, like Krill. Krill is the one of the first type Greys after the Asgards, right? Krill is one of the first type Greys, and Krill is actually one of us in the avatar of the Greys, right? And he got human avatars too. Krill can go use human avatars as well. Right, Korea can use human avatars, but from the 200 original, they were the 200. The 200 were the captains, and they each had their own team. And from they particular team, they can make clones of themselves. That will be the 4 foot tall ones, right? And it's different types, the 5-finger ones and the 4-finger ones, right? But they make clones from themselves. Like Krill can make clones from himself, and he can control all of his clones by telepathically, like a robot, like a remote control. So you can, if you ever come in contact with these beings, you will see if you ever meet you really rarely see the 7 foot ones. You mostly see the little ones, and then every now and then the 7 foot one will walk in the room and to observe what they're doing. But he really controlling them. He already know what they're doing because he can see through their eyes, right, telepathically of what they're doing, right, on the work. And he's pretty much controlling them. He's pretty much telling them what to do telepathically to whatever they're doing to you when they abduct you. And usually if they're abducting you and you remember it and you're in pain and agony, usually they wasn't the good ones that did it. The good ones you don't remember when the good ones do it. And some people do because they want you to, right? Some people do remember. But to make a long story short, to get back around to the Denakals, where they tie into the Greys, we made the Ramadians, and the marker beings were drafted out of them. We made them as explorers to go around to different places where we couldn't go, right? To explore the galaxy, to find different planets for us to inhabit it, because we was just coming to this galaxy. So we used to send them out on excavates to go out and in ships to search the galaxy. To make a long story short, they later when the reptilians came on the scene, got re-engineered, or when the reptilians captured them and turned on us, captured them, and started making their own clones and making their own and crossbreeding them with reptilians. So it's different crossbreeds, like 70, 80, like I say, different species of these things that people might see from different colors, gray, brown, pale looking, right? The ones with the hump, not the Asgards, but the other ones from the the Centaurian star system. Them jokers, they're aggressive. And the ones from Orion, the Orion Crusaders, the ones that work for the reptilians from the Draco star system, they aggressive. But to make a long story short, the original big head ones, Creel and them, we told them that once they got through working for us and exploring the galaxy, that we were going to set them free. And we did set them free. And then we also promised them that we'll allow them to tie into our vine and become one of us, just like us, right? And so we allowed them to mix in with us, and it created a whole nother race called the Denakos. That's why their head is so big, because they gray mixed with Riskian. They are hybrid Riskians, as Baba pointed out in the Holy Tablet. They are hybrid Riskians. Keep in mind about that Willow's Peak right there. Keep in mind about the Willow's Peak. There you got how that Willow's Peak get in there. All right, let's go back. This is that's Yishak. This is Yaku's dad. Yaku's dad. For y'all guys that no, that's not Yaku's uncle. Both of these, that's Yaku's uncle too. Hold on, I'm gonna find that name Yishak. All right, keep in mind about Hala. He come in later. Keep in mind he part, because that's why his hair is not straight like the original Hindus. Okay. Also, these guys, we'll get into them guys on Shambhala tape. Hold on, this might not be the right pearl. Okay. Black aliens. Hey, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're just not coming in, man. We just not getting into it. We got a little bit more time before we cut to commercial. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, let's get to it, because I know this file right here got them in there. It's called Hole right here. Okay, let's go to okay. Hey, Rob Bot, y'all. We're gonna be taking some couple questions in a minute. Show one. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. Okay, to show you something here. Keep in mind, this is a part of the 19 galaxies, right? We're gonna get into showing you. I want to show you the Denakos. Denakos are, like I say, they live in the center of the earth. We're gonna be talking more on them on the class we got called Shambhala. Where is Shambhala? What is Shambhala? All right, so you right here, this is your galaxy right here, right? We are in the boondocks of the galaxy. Earth is on the outskirts, because when we came here, we landed on the outskirts first. Coming into this galaxy, we landed right here in the outskirts in this area. This is the first place we landed. That's why Earth's so special. Earth is key in this whole galaxy. Earth is key, right? To us, for us as a family, Earth is key, right? Earth is key. So, like I say, this is 150,000 to 200,000 light years, and we're on the outskirts. And this right here is a center sun, a huge center sun. And the story the Nomos give that the humans were bad guys, so they drove them out from the center sun to go out here. That's what they told Credo Mutwa now, right? With a bunch of crap. That damn Nomos is tricky. You can't trust them. They tricky, man. It's hard to rock around with these guys. It's hard to rock around with these guys, man. So, where was I? Getting up to the point where once we set up all the galaxies and everybody went to their different homes, we created new homes for the people that lost their homes, right? New into higher dimensions. And so when we said 19 galaxies, we talking about the 12 star constellations that you recognize, plus it's 7 more star constellations that go correlate with that with those 19 star constellations, giving you the 19 galaxies, which Anu becomes the president, like got the president of the United States, right? So Anu is like the president of the 19 galaxies, right? And they in this 19 galaxies, they have a government structure. They have a government structure where they have, different councils, and then you got each race in their own galaxy got representatives or leaders that speak on behalf for them. And there are galactical meetings, just like they show you in Star Trek. We have galactical meetings. One of the meeting halls is in the Orion star system. One of the number one meeting halls for this galaxy is in the Orion star system. And then one of the oldest ones is in Sirius. Sirius is the capital of our galaxy. Sirius and Orion is the intake for people coming from other galaxies. It's a lot of different mixed species that made treaties there. And they don't make treaties just like you do down here, like signing. Most times they make treaties by marriage. And we used to do that down here for a while in old culture. They used to make treaties by marriage, right? But they make treaties in the galaxy a lot by marriage. That's why Anu married Ide when they came to Earth for another time. It's not their first time, Anu first time coming, but it's not the Anunnakis' first time coming to Earth, but they helped seed Earth, the Anunnakis, right? And at that time they weren't even called Anunnakis then. So when I say Anunnaki seeded Earth, people will say the Anunnakis didn't see Earth, the Lyrans did. When you say the Lyrans, you are saying the Anunnakis. They are the humanoid beings that originated. They say the humans originated out of Lyra. They are talking about the Anunnakis. They are the humanoid form that originated out of Lyra, out of the Pleiades. And they went to the Pleiades after they designed it. The vegan star system is with a plant race. And it's more plants. It's over millions of species of plants on record. And then you got the mob, the poisonous mob, the mafia, the plant mafia. They poisonous like poison ivy and all that, right? Part of the plant mafia. But we got to deal. We as Anunnakis got to deal with the plant race to yield 20% of their seed as a food source, right? So the plants really is one of the most powerful beings in the planet, because in the universe, because on a certain level we need them until we ascend to past the fifth dimension. So they still eat people in the fifth dimension. They still consume. That's why when the angelical beings came from Malachi, they was eating with Abraham, and they were asking for eating meat and eating sandwiches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the Anunnakis, they eat meat. Some of them in a fifth dimensional state, right? They eat meat, like the Nomos. The Nomos will eat you if you jump in the ocean. The Nomos will eat you. But so we got to keep in mind that so he's the 19 galaxy is the 19 galaxies, and like I said, the 19 galaxies is Elium, which is really Lyra, what they call in Lyra, the Lyra star system, which we designed. Just go look in that star system and see how many all the blue stars that you see. Pleiades. Arcturus is an old star. Arcturus is an old star because it was one of the first stars that we set up when we went to start building over there. Now, if you want to build something and it's dark, keep in mind the universe is pitch black dark. The universe is only made up of 1% light. So if you want to build something, what do if you don't got no light? You got to cut on the lights first. So what we do, we go to an area, a dark space, and we cut on the lights. Let there be light. We let there be light. And then once we let there be light, then we say, okay, we're going to bring a certain type of planet here based on this light. So we got huge crafts that can haul planets, haul asteroids. They can lock into their magnetic force field. Keep in mind, Nubaru locked the 4 winds or the 4 ninja fleets ships that attacked us from Meldick, locked them into their magnetic force field. So we actually pulled them with us. So we got the technology to lock into something and pull it. So what we would do is we would design planets from slowing down certain elements and molding them together using the technique, the tetrahedric energy, the tetrahedric technology with the 3-pronged triangle center point energy, 0 point energy, and then we would mold that planet just like we remold your planet after the crash, just like we mold your moon after it blew off. Right? Some people say, "Oh, that's not the same moon," right? The one that blew off. But the gunpowder, you got to explain the gunpowder there, or the sand being turned into glass. Why the moon gives a reflection off? Because on the Elijah Muhammad said that it was an explosion that took place. Baba even backs him up with the scientists, right? He said that Master Farad Muhammad told him. We're gonna even get into that on a tape. We're gonna do a tape called "Who Was Master Farad Muhammad?" Was he an extraterrestrial? Because who else knows the type of information that he gave? The scientists didn't even know the information that he gave Elijah Muhammad about how the planet weighs and how fast it's rotating, how far Pluto is 4.6 billion miles. Who knows that unless there's some kind of extraterrestrial to tell Elijah Muhammad that? I know we all over the place, right? There's a lot of information, but to make a long story short, the 19 galaxies are 19 star systems that we design and build and we run and operate under the galactic family of life. And there are more people joining right now as the galaxy grows. And keep in mind, we're getting ready to join on with the Andromeda's galaxy. And so the Andromeda's and Milky Way galaxy in maybe 100 billion years of galactic time, which is not that long, it's finna get ready to merge together and become one galaxy. So you're gonna see it's gonna be a lot of new species coming into this galaxy. They're discovering every day under the ocean. They're discovering new species. They're gonna keep discovering new species because it's different species that they thought that was extinct and that lives in the center of the earth. And some of that, as the planet become more tropical on the surface, some of them beings gonna come back to the surface, right? Well, hey, we take questions. We'll take questions since we only got a couple minutes left before we gotta take a break for the Raw Hayes tape. We got galactical tapes coming out all week, so if you think that this fun is ending or this storyline is ending, we got 300 and some tapes out in the playlist on the Galactical Family of Life playlist, going into detail on a lot of this stuff. But the galaxy is expanding. There's another new who really already in the future tense because we move outside of the time, what you call in time. And Murdoch has already been given the throne as to become the 10th anew, and that's one reason why the green light is hitting the blue rock. The blue rock is now becoming the green rock under the almond or Murdoch under the order. So a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, this is all we're not connected with the Anunnakis, this and that," right? We'll get into that. We'll get into that part about the Natharus finally taking control of their planet and being left to run their planet, and the Anunnakis non-interference. We don't gotta interfere with you, really. We don't. We really only reason we here is to make things right. We are, and this shit has already happened. This video you watching and everything that you hearing that's coming out, it's already happened. Keep that in mind. It's like a film that's playing out. It's already happened. We already ascended already, right? That's why we're able to come and tell you about Yanun. That's why we're able to tell you about certain things of the heavens, because we already ascended already. This has already happened. This is some kind of play some kind of film that's rolling out till we make it to the part where we ascended. So you people that gonna ascend are already ascended. Trust and believe. I'm telling you, your name is already was in the book of life from the beginning. I'm telling you. So as Anunnakis, we don't need your worship because we already have made technology to be able to develop to ascend. What we're doing now by coming back here and talking with you, we're here to try to teach you how to manually do it. And phase 1 is a part of that, teaching you how to manually ascend. Right? Some of the Hindu culture was already practicing in their religion about the chakras, and Buddha. He was on this journey, the same journey of the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek. Or for you niggas that say, "Oh, that's the religion," the craft of Amen Ra. For you niggas that's in the school of the Taurus, we're about to get into it. We're about to get down into that though, and break that down, coming down from Osiris, because the demigod, the whole dynasties, all the dynasties come down from Haru, from Osiris and Anana's son. Right? Yeah, so this green light movement. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, y'all. If you tune in, we got any questions, man? Before we get out of here, we at the hour mark. Keep in mind, creation is still going on right now. There are stars being created every day. The ascended beings are at work every day, nonstop. There's always a star being born every day. It's new galaxies being expanded. The galaxy is expanding every second. The galaxy is constantly in a spiral motion. Your cells in your body is in a spiral motion. The atoms that's floating around the atmosphere is constantly in motion. That's the 5th dimension. So you got height, width, and length. That's the first 3 dimensions. The 4th dimension is volume. It's that which fills the space. And then once that volume begins to get in motion, you call that emotions. Once that volume begins to move around, right? As it begins to move around, that creates energy. That creates the energy. So the 5th dimension is where energy starts to form. Really, it forms on the first. Really, all dimensions are one dimension. So energy is being formed in all dimensions. But the 5th dimension is where the atoms begin to vibrate and move. And as they vibrate faster, that's what causes that dimension to exist. It's a higher speed of vibration. It's just like you taking a block of ice and putting it on some heat. And as it begins to sizzle down, and then it speeds up, the molecules begin to speed up. They turn into a liquid. They expand out. They separate. And then as they speed up faster into a gas, they separate faster. So this create that higher dimension, that higher realm, the vibration in the gas. You got any questions, man? Before we get out of here, I don't believe that. And the galaxies are limitless. Yeah, that's true. The galaxy, when you say the galaxies are limitless, that's true. That could be true in a lot of ways. And the universe is limited. Like I said, we went to 96 billion miles, and then we just kept going. And then at 3 more billion miles, we jumped into another universe. So it's unlimited. The universe is unlimited. But I'm saying your galaxy in the jam-packed tight as about 300 billion stars jammed that's hold tight together as a gravitational force by one center, some kind of center energy, which we believe to be some kind of just like a nucleus. It's a nucleus, just like an atom. Your galaxy is like an atom, and your galaxy could be on a microcosmic level. It really is on a universal scale. Your galaxy is a dot. So what if your planet is a dot really in just 2,000 light years, and then your galaxy is 150,000 light years? Your planet is not even a dot. So you can get into more aspects on. Then you got to deal with the different dimensions from the first, second, third, all the way up to the ninth dimension. You got to deal with the different dimensions. So when you talk about balance, yeah, it is balanced to a certain extent. It's the universe as far as your mind can go, as far as your mind can take. You gotta take it before it crack. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right about that. It's balanced and limitless. That's true. Because we just stopped traveling after we went to another universe. We was like, damn, we gotta travel another. No, that next universe could have been bigger than this one, right? So and then it was then when we zoomed out from that and saw the reality of it, it was trillions of universes. So you dealing with 96 trillion miles till we jump to another universe. And then you're dealing with trillions of other universes. So how big is this thing? We don't even know how big it is. Nobody knows how big it is. I don't think. Nobody can figure. It's forever and ever. The God's kingdom is forever and ever and ever. And when we say God, we're talking about the ultimate source of the universe, the all. The all goes for all, forever. There's no end. There's no beginning. So you're right about that. Indeed. Yeah. So and also your mind, your subconscious mind is connected with that all reality. So how far can you go, being that you got a subconscious that's connected to the all? And you could tap into the all's information as a pure green light being. How far can you travel? How far can you go? You can travel as far as your mind, your imagination can let you. Your imagination is how you travel. It's how you get out of here. It's how all you need is an imagination. That's a map. The imagination is the map, and you need fuel to get out of here. The fuel is sun. It's the sunlight that converts through your eyes into the pineal gland into melatonin. And then that melatonin is used for fuel to astral project because you are a ship. It's used for fuel. You are a solar being or a solar ship. So that light that's converted to liquid, really liquid carbon is really a mixture between several different elements that slow down from the sunlight and boom, use as fuel. And one of the key ingredients in melanin is carbon. Keep that in mind. Carbon is what you use to burn. So it's fuel used to project yourself into a higher dimension. And once you get up to that, when you get that fuel, you're gonna need a place to go. So imagination gives you that map to where you can travel. And by Baba giving us the pictures of our ancestors, that allowed us to now be able to track them down even better because we know what they look like. And it don't take long to find somebody in the fourth dimension or the fifth dimension. It don't take long to find them. When you can astral travel. So on that note, man, we got to get up out of here. We got about 20 minutes to the Raw Haze. You want to come back in about 20 minutes for the Raw Haze tape. Islam. Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum. Right? Hotep. Peace be unto you. We love you all. Right? Divine love throughout the balanced universe to all. Ashug. Wadu.
Never have it been made so clear.